Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rob Marzullo here with Ram Studio Comics, and today's video, try to think of some, different ideas, something fun that might be, fun to do, fun to try out, um, and kind of warm up for drawing my character Blackstone for my Blackstone comic. And I thought a good way to do that would be maybe to draw Blackstone as, I believe, what's called a chibi, if I'm saying it right. Chibi. Correct me if I'm wrong, Chibi, I believe. And it's just kind of a little cartoon, more animated anime version of my character. Big head, little body, almost like what I would call a caricature, but more more of just an animated style. Because my character's traditionally what I would think would be classified as superhero comic book esque, something like that. So by drawing it like this, just a little bit more fun and different, just something different to do, and I figured to provide a cool little video, for you guys on here on YouTube land. So be sure to let me know what you think about it, and you know all that fun, good stuff, good feedback. So yeah, Blackstone is a character that I've created to kind of give me an outlet to draw in the independent comic section and make my own idea and have fun with it. And it's been a good time thus far. I've only got book one out, book two's on its way, but I pretty much, have to do a little and then work, day-to-day jobs or, art jobs usually, making ends meet, and then get back to drawing on my cartoon dude when I can. But he's typically a little bit more of a serious concept, like um, tough guy concept. He starts off with this as a bad boy, bad villainous type character, gets a alien bonded to his back and starts forcing him to be a hero. And he's trying to just figure out a way to get this thing off him, but all the while forced to be this good guy he never really intended on being. So yeah, that's the premise or the idea initially. There's a lot more to it than that, obviously, but that's the starter concept in book one. So yeah, so now you don't have to order it because I just pretty much told you what that's all about. So that was probably smart on my point. My my marketing isn't the best. But yeah, there's a lot more mysterious stuff that goes on in there, so be sure to check it out. And I think when drawing these characters as chibis, which I'm not entirely sure about because I haven't done this a whole lot, but it seems to be pretty popular. Like I've noticed on DeviantArt and like if you Google them and stuff like that, there's a lot of that out there. So people definitely like the concept of drawing their favorite character or hero as a little tiny dude, so or dudette. So figured, yeah, might as well try that. And I think proportions are a key factor in this. Not really digging the proportions right here, but something cool about digital obviously is if you don't like something that you're laying down like that, you can easily edit it. So if I take like this little area here, I think that needs to be even smaller. Really quick and easy to do on the fly with digital. I'll do that constantly when I'm working on a piece, especially if it just doesn't take off right away, like the way I was hoping for or whatever. I'll just kind of use that effect and hodgepodge it around until I get what I want. Okay, now see, I kind of gave him a little belly, so I think that makes you look a little bit more like a kid, or a toddler or whatever. Let's see here. He doesn't have a nose, so I don't know why I drew that in there. Alright, this is all in real time, so it's going to appear just a touch slow, but that way I can kind of talk to you and let you know what I'm thinking as I'm doing this, as I kind of work out this sketch. Maybe I should have had the sketch already ready, and then it would have went a lot faster. So I work out a lot of mine, in the sketch phase. What am I seeing here? I think even that midsection needs to be a little bit more stouty, squatty. So let me try grabbing this area right here. I'm sorry, I do a lot of this in the beginning just to get my proportions and scale right. And posture, that's another big one to watch. Like I've been trying to pay attention more to illustrations that that work really well, and posture is a big part about making a pose work well. It's why you can see two people draw the same pose and it looks almost the same, but one's just a lot more powerful or well done, and it's the poise and the posture of the character that does that. So just little things like like bending these legs back so it looks like now that this the upper legs here look a little bit stronger. I don't know if you can see that yet, but it should come out in the final part of the sketch where that bit of a posture makes him look more stanced. Which I don't know if that'll work with this because I'm not trying to make the character look very strong. Obviously it's a chibi or a child kind of effect. So I don't know if I want him to have a strength about him as much of a fun, happy-go-lucky kind of look. So and then what I'll do is Blackstone typically has like guns, laser, plasma rifles, whatever, stuff like that. So I'll probably have him looking like he's got some kind of weapon here. But then it's just kind of shooting water. So in all reality, he's got like a little squirt gun. And then the gruesome tentacle alien that's bonded to him. I just usually kind of draw that like it's just flailing around. It's it's not humanoid by any means. It's this pile of tentacles, but it's now attached to him and changed him from his normal bad behavior. But letting him still roam around free. It's not like it controls him in the sense of you're going to do this today, and it doesn't speak to him that kind of respect. It just basically won't allow him to do any wrongdoing, and in turn, through his pursuits of trying to figure out a way to get it off him, it basically he runs into all kinds of scenarios, whether it be in space or he spends quite a bit of time on Earth because there's a doctor there that has an advanced geneticist that he's trying to get to help him, but this geneticist is real leery about helping Blackstone because he's a past criminal even to Earth's standards, which is like a future version of Earth at that point. So a lot of cool techie futuristic stuff to draw, and that's always fun. So alright, so you see I kind of erased some of the construction lines here. I've got a little bit better understanding of where the sketch is going now. I'm just kind of keep working it out. Designate a light source. Sorry if you guys can hear that. It's my little alerts on my social medias. I should have disabled those before I got started. Yeah, and I really didn't. I kind of thought I would just like whip through this, so I guess I should have did a speed drawing of this. It was a little bit trickier than I thought. Now, what I would do here is, and he's usually got like a little kind of tool pack thing going. Draw that on there too. She likes a lot of little weapons, even though this is just a little kid version. Okay, so now what I would do there generally is convert that to blue line. Bada bing. Another layer. Pow. I usually tone down that first one, which I'm probably being totally redundant. If you guys watched any of my videos, I do this almost every single time when I'm drawing, but it's a good way to work. Works out well. And then now what I use this layer to do is kind of finesse the line work and get it a little bit more the way that I'd like to see it. So I guess what I'll do is I'll go ahead and fast forward this part because I don't want this video to be too long. It seems like, you know, people never watch the really long videos and stuff, and they don't get shared as much. And I will definitely want people to share this because I'm really trying to get the word out there, not only for just the book, but the YouTube channel, so I can get more artists to follow and show them ways to grow their art and share. So if you can, share that stuff so it will happen like that. And I'm eternally grateful if you do so. So I will go ahead and time lapse the rest of this so that you can see this finished product, and it won't take you the hour, 2 or 3 or whatever it ends up taking me to draw this. Sure won't be that long, but that way it'll only happen for you in just a few minutes, and you can see the finished deal. So let's get this show on the road. Alrighty, so there you have it, everybody. Baby Blackstone, or Blackstone is a Chibi character. And one last thing I like to do when I do a character over a blank white background is add a drop shadow. And a buddy of mine showed me one time a real cool way to make a drop shadow. So you get the layer to uh, give you a layer selection or whatever, depending on the software you're using, and convert that to all black and do a transform. And usually it's like a free transform, depending on what software you're using, like a distort transform. And you just take that and distort it down and then put it behind the character, and you can get a real believable drop shadow really fast. So Just FYI, I just thought I would at least show you one cool little tip here while I was creating this drawing. Yeah, and you just basically take that layer, drop it behind the other one, like so, and bam, you got a drop shadow. So yeah, so anyways, hopefully you liked this video and like the idea and the concept of the character, and be sure to like and subscribe to the videos if you don't mind. Share so I can get the word out there, and let me know what you'd like to see in the future, and I will definitely take that into account, and I kind of make a list of all the requests that I get, and as they build up I address them, and if there's some things I can combine two into one video, I do that, but if not, I do even try to do specific requests at this point. I can't say that once it builds up, if it builds up to that level where I get so busy and I have to request to or answer a lot of requests, I can't promise anything, but I will try to do my best to uh, be observant of that and respond when I can. So thanks very much for watching. Keep drawing, keep having fun, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.